And hello everyone, welcome to another Vampire Spectacular Weekend Extravaganza Spectacular Super Bowl XXLVII whatever, don't know. I don't even think that was a true Roman numeral. We are playing some Vampire Survivors today. As you remember from the last one, I am starting a new game on the Nintendo Switch. I'm also kind of just curious to see what the what's the word I'm looking for? Difference in how they run are. Man, do I want amount? Can't afford amount. I can't afford amount. I can afford cooldown. So, like, I think recovery is usually an easy buy early on, but I really want to go in. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of spread it around. Can I afford a magnet? No. Alright, well, we'll go with that. Alright, let's get on going. Hello, love. Oh, I forgot to do that last night, didn't I? Put the dishes in the dishwasher? Oh, you did? Alright. No, I was... I thought because I said I was going to do it, I meant to do it, and I thought I forgot to do it. Well, I did obviously forget to do it, but you did it, so I'm just saying thank you. Alright, so I did unlock the inlaid library, but I want to play Mad Forest because I want to see if I can't make 30 minutes on Mad Forest. Oh, you know what? Alright, let's resume. Let's see if that makes a difference. Able to buy a few items. Yeah, I hope your weekend is going well. I hope you're having a good day. Oh man, maybe I should have taken garlic. Garlic's good in early game. I feel like it becomes useless pretty quick, but I think it is pretty good. Actually, I've changed my position on it. It is pretty good evolved. Did I really take axe already? That's an interesting choice. But yeah, I hope everyone's weekend is going well. I hope everyone's day is doing just peachy and all that stuff. We're going to grab King's Bible. I will grab King's Bible hands down because it evolved. It's good. It does like essentially what you want garlic to do. I maybe should grab garlic. Garlic is good for early game. It just clears out the bats. A bat touches it and they just die. Yeah, I hope everyone's weekend is going well. I think I was talking about doing my Bong Joon-ho watch party. I really want to do that. Man, I'm tempted to grab these wings just to give myself a little bit of boost the speed. Because I know right now there's not a ton of items. So there's not a big deal if I evolve things, if I get everything done. I like the excitement of playing through a fresh install of Vampire Survivors. I will always play this game. This game is just... It is a chef's kiss of a game because it's just like everything you want. Ugh. Be a little bit careful. There we go. There's some floor chicken. Try and be careful, but at the same time, like, I need to balance being careful and getting XP too. But yeah, I hope everyone's weekend's going well. How was your week? I hope I hope things went well for you. My week was okay. Not the worst week, not the best. Been making some changes around the channel that I think will be good. I said that in the last video, but I really do. I'm having a lot of fun. It's so weird. I'm having fun again, and it feels like how streaming was when I first started streaming. It's not something like I want to avoid. I definitely had streams where it's like, what am I doing here? But I am legitimately having fun again. And it's weird to say that. There we go. See, I should have got that back whip going a lot sooner. Having just the extra whip helps out so much, because the way you run, you have to, when you just have the single whip, you have to face it, but having the whip come out the back lets you just kind of encircle things and pick them off around the outside. Oh man, I'm gonna grab the garlic, because that's going to be, I think, actually somewhat helpful. Again, it's early game. Like, I wouldn't be playing with garlic in a later in the game, but I think it's just a good early game item. I really do. You know, it has knockback, it deals damage, it gives you a protective circle around you that fully encompasses you, so I think it's just worth having. Should maybe grab King's Bible, but I want to get everything kind of evolving. I need to maybe look for some floor chicken right now while things are not, while the screen's not super crowded with enemies. There we go. That's a bit better. It's taking a certain amount of pity on me, giving me all that floor chicken. So thank you, Vampire Survivors, for having pity for this jabroni. Grab that. Oh, I could have grabbed Hollow Heart, try to start actually evolving some items. That's alright. That's alright. That's no big deal. Yeah, what other new things are coming? Like I said, I want to try to do this Bong Joon-ho watch party. If you're watching this on the weekend, it's already happening on the Discord. I forget the name of his first movie. It's something like Sleeping Dogs Don't Bite, or Barking Dog Doesn't Bite. I think that's what it's called. A Barking Dog Doesn't Bite. And it's so interesting because I want to watch it, because he said it's the weakest of his movies. And from the little screenshots I saw, I think it might actually be one of his strongest movies. I think it just might be too early to do that personal of a project. Like, the video analysis I watched was like, you know, talking about it and how it related to him as a director, and I actually think it might be a lot stronger than I think even he's willing to give himself credit for. But it was, you know, his first movie that, you know, a studio paid money for to let him direct. And, you know, I think stylistically I can see a lot of him in it, just from what I saw of his other movies. I do think it's very personal as a project, and I think it's kind of surprising to see a fresh director get that much freedom with the first movie. and the fact that they kind of get to direct a personal project, and doesn't have the studio doing a bunch of like notes and delivery and kind of, since they're putting up the money, telling him how to essentially run the shoot. And I don't know, maybe that's a difference between Korean movies or movie studios and how they run. But it seemed like he learned important lessons on that first movie. Maybe make it less personal, and really kind of focus on Korea itself and what it means to be a South Korean, and things that are vitally important. And I know his second movie was this big, huge commercial success, but I also know it touched on a event that happened in the country that was it was, I would say, troubling, disturbing, difficult for a country. It was, this murder by the serial killer, and like kind of details botched, kind of just the botched nature of. Let's go ahead and grab Crown. There's no harm in grabbing Crown. It's just gonna get me to evolve a little faster. Oh, I need to find some floor chicken. I'm not even at the 11-minute mark. I'm gonna go a little longer because I wanted to make this run last a little longer. That was not good. Let's buy a few power-ups. Let's do move speed, because that seems to be the thing that I feel like is impeding me the most. Alright, yeah, that already feels better. I still want to get that amount up. I want to try to keep these around 20 minutes. Maybe I'll shorten that first run down a bit. Try to make that 20-minute mark. Let's go ahead and grab that. I also didn't have. I really would have rather had King's Bible. I think just the knockback that King's Bible has is better than the garlic. I will always take garlic, or not garlic, King's Bible over garlic any day. But I will grab garlic now, because again, early game, the bats, so I should be able to grab a couple of extra levels here just quick as the bats come towards me. Yeah, and so I think he learned a lot from his first film and learned how to avoid certain pitfalls of making a movie and producing, or the production of a movie. And I think that second movie really kind of cemented his success as a movie director. Because I was watching in this video analysis of it, like they had an interview where he was discussing it. He's like, I have to get this right, because he's like, if this movie is unsuccessful, if it doesn't do well in the box office, like that would pretty much be the end of his directing career. So, good on, like, it's really good on him in noticing and recognizing that, and then committing to making improvements to it, and changing certain aspects about how he went about directing and improving the focus away from himself and so personal a thing, and focusing on the greater Korean picture. I should have probably grabbed those wings. The wings are good, especially again early on when you don't have the greatest of move speed. Let's grab King's Bible. I want King's Bible. And now we're just going to try to farm up as many levels as quickly as I possibly can. I'm kind of interested to see what the edit of this is going to be like. Because I'm still learning editing videos myself. Again, trying to get it down to 20 minutes. But I do these like I don't have any kind of script, so to speak. I'm just kind of almost consider and want to treat these weekend Vampire Survivors games as like they almost become like a personal diary. You know, they really are just me talking realistically with no one. If you watch this video, cool. Thanks for watching it. It really helps. But I'm kind of doing these for me. I'm not worried if people watch them. You know, I think people will. You know, this is one of my favorite games. This has been one of my all-time favorite games. Even though like it's a relatively new game. Like this isn't an old game. I've just already played a ton of time into it. I actually haven't looked at my Steam time to see what I gotta find some floor chicken. Let's see if I can't find a floor chicken or two. So yeah, it's where I like to kind of just decompress the week or ruminate or reminisce on the events of the week and talking about what, you know, things that are current and on my mind. You know, it might be world events, it might be, you know, games I'm currently playing. I think in the last video I kind of talked about playing through Bindi and some of the things I liked about it, some of the things I disliked. Like, I think it nails mood. I think the style of that game is pretty. I think it's really done well. I think there are things lacking with movement and combat, and it really kind of leans too heavy on stealth aspects. And this is something I mentioned in the videos. It has jump scares, and I just think jump scares are the lowest form of doing horror. We're making what I like. I'm doing air quotes here. A scary video game, because it's not scary. It's just a cheap way to get a person's adrenaline running. You know, where I think true horror is a burn, like a slow burn that builds over time. Like, I would always point to Aliens as a perfect example, or even Jaws, of this idea that you don't see the thing until the very end. You know it's there, it's always present, it's always lurking in the shadow, but you don't know where it is. You don't know, you don't see it, and it doesn't rely on cheap tricks to make you scared of it. And I think that's where real horror is, when you don't know when things are going to actually happen, and you build this anticipation, this expectation that it's going to happen at any moment, and it very well could, and it just doesn't. And that makes you think more and more, like, when's this going to occur? It has to occur soon, right? right? When will this thing jump out at me? When will this thing come and get me? And I think that is how you build horror. I think that's how you do it right. Not just, oh, this thing pops up in front of your screen quick with this horrible screaming noise. Like, again, that it's just a cheap trick to elicit a response. I think doing something deep and psychological and I should not have done that. That was me being a little cavalier. I was like, I wonder if I'm strong enough to just hang out on the side of this mob of monsters. I am not strong enough to hang out in that mob of monsters. So we're gonna go look for a floor chicken while trying to collect up some of this XP and also get some health here. I do have recovery now, but it's gonna be just slow because I haven't gotten a lot of recovery. But it is like interesting to see just how much better I am at this game, because I remember, I think my first time ever playing it, I spent like 6 hours the first day playing this game, and I don't think I got off Antonio Bell pace because like I was just slowly unlocking things, and it's also just I didn't know at all what I was doing, so I was just playing a lot of little quick games and trying to unlock things. Now I've definitely focused on like trying to do a little bit longer games or doing longer games and just do things right in those games, because you'll unlock way more in one really good run than you will in a bunch of quick little games. You'll have to excuse me, my throat is just really hoarse after yesterday. I have not been talking as much as I have, or lately I've been talking more on stream, more than I ever have, and it's really making a difference, but it's also just killing my vocal cords. I am no great speaker. I never took theater. I was a theater production kid. Like, I worked on the productions, but I never acted. I was never an actor. I had no plans or ideals, but just having like basic voice training I think would be helpful, because my voice is just a little scratchy, a little sore today. Which is weird that like talking too much can be a thing for humans. But it's also probably like a lack of doing it often. You have the news on? Or is it just really quiet? Are you playing chess? My husband's ignoring me. Alright, we found an oolong. I think that unlocks something for me. I want to get rid of these upper level vampire bats. They're the ones that really cause problems for me earlier on in the game. But I feel like if I make it to the 11-minute mark, I'll be in a pretty good position. Let's grab this wings. Let's try to get that speed up. That's a good idea, I think. And I'm like no master at this game. I just really like this game. It's just so much fun. Like there's just more I know now than I used to know. But yeah, so I'm looking forward. So there was It's, I think, Memories of a Murderer. It was Bong Joon-ho's second movie. I don't know what his third movie was. I'd have to look. I know it wasn't Snowpiercer. I also now know he spent a long time trying to make Snowpiercer happen. Yeah, definitely that. Let's get more projectiles. Amount's important here. Oh, I'm about to die. Alright, well, 27 minutes, that's not too bad. I can edit that down pretty quick. Only 2 items. I could have done better. But that's not bad for a first time out on a new game. Yo, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. If you made it this far, please consider like, commenting, and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Special thanks to my Twitch subscribers, Cecily and Invisible Drake. Thank you for believing in me. Special shout out to my mods, ChippiHeppu and Cecily. You do amazing work. Links to their stuff will be in the description down below. Thank you so much. Have a good night, have a good evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.